Unknown centuries later is when our story begins.
How is it that I might help you?
We're here.
Okay, I think it's running an ad break first.
God damn it, ad breaks.
Never mind, we're going.
We're going!
We're
The
here.
only ad
Okay,
break
I think
is
it's
me.
running an ad break first.
God damn it, ad breaks.
Never mind.
Alright, and they can hear me and I don't have to listen to myself. So, we're good. Hello, everybody! Welcome to the first episode of System Agnostic, Chapter 1. The beginning, whatever else Breck talked me into putting into the title.
Woo!
I am your humble DM this evening. For those of you unenlightened, DM is Dungeon Master. The reason I explain this will make sense, but not today. And I'm going to have my cast go around and introduce themselves. Basically, I play everyone they don't, because that's how RPGs apparently work, as I learned. Erica, you're next.
Hi, my name's Erica. I have she, her pronouns. And today I'm playing Pudeen, the Sphinx Cat Rakshasa Wizard. I think, I think that's my class.
Mhm.
And she's very spacey and sees through time and space, mostly just staring off at nothing most of the time, as cats do. All right, popcorn to Sadie.
Hi, I'm Sadie. I use she, her pronouns. And tonight I will be playing Citizen Dr. Eloise Mahermbler. She is a Kender Paladin at about 2 feet tall. Loves her god, thinks her god is the greatest. And I think that's all you need to know right now. I will popcorn it to Jeff.
Hi, I am Jeff. I use he, they pronouns. I am playing Aranwe, an Elven Ranger, which is a combination I don't think's ever been done before. I'd like to thank the Quomar realm for giving us this time to talk to you about a very important issue plaguing this country. Take it away, Brendan. Tell them about it.
Hi, I'm Brendan. The issue plaguing this country? No, I am playing Indomitus, the Centaur Fighter. And I guess that's the voice I'm doing. I use he, him pronouns. I think that's all we needed to say, right?
Yeah, pretty much. We did skip Angela, though, so...
Yeah, skip Angela. Don't skip Angela. Popcorn Angela.
You can skip me, I'm fine.
Nope.
Hi, I am Angela, she, her. I am playing Sai Karen, who is a half genie, half triton. She's going to be the cleric of the party. And yeah, I guess for now that's about it.
All right. Angela, you're very quiet, by the way. Maybe that's just my end. I don't
Is
know.
this any better?
Yes, that's a lot
Yes.
better. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes,
Sorry.
actually. So, that is my cast. For those of you who did not get the elevator pitch of System Agnostic, this is indeed Chapter 1, the first arc taking place in prehistoric Quelmar and using the Dungeon World campaign system. I'm going to put this out there just to cover my ass on anything with AI. Any images on the Roll20 right now are all AI generated, created by computers, and paid for by me from James. So
So we should have been paying attention to the the Discord for Handsome. What's going to happen to us?
oh no, because I did all of this secretly through Facebook.
Oh,
I'm
that's
pretty
wow.
like that.
very sneaky of you.
So many secrets.
But, of course, that's all. If my players have questions, they will have to ask them as we go because they had their chance.
Wait,
Yeah.
how do you play this game?
Good question. Which somebody else will answer for you at a different time.
Any questions we have to ask as we go?
No. I know you, and I know what questions might be percolating in that brain of yours.
I'm just clarifying.
The Eight Beholders.
What happens
is
if someone
definitely
buys
gonna be
Secret
helpful,
Tunnel?
James.
I don't think we ever decided what happens if somebody buys secret tunnels. Do you have anything?
Did he actually buy Secret Tunnel?
Not yet. But somebody has mentioned it in chat. Thank you, Lich.
I don't know. If you buy Secret Tunnel, then we figure out what Secret Tunnel means.
Oh lord.
But before anybody pays for that, let's dive in, shall we? Naturally, stories should begin in the action, with our heroes, doing something, even if it's simple. I mean, let's face it, most D&D games start with you meet in a tavern. That's not happening here. As I told my group earlier, there's a lot of rules that kind of went out the window for this, except they didn't go out the window because the window's not invented yet. Welcome to prehistory, friends. But we don't start there, and we don't start with them. Instead, we start long, long, long after them. In a library. Old, strange, visited a lot, but, well, many want to get there, and few are able, since it seems to have a mind of its own, more often than not. But one person is here today, at least. A graduate student named Celeste, trying to do research on prehistory, trying to prove something that everyone thinks is blasphemous, that literally every single person she has talked to has fought her on. Quelmar used to be a goddamn sphere rolling in the sky. Now this is blasphemous, as we all know, because Quelmar has a very, concave shape, little dipped in. But there's got to be proof somewhere, and if there's proof anywhere, it's in the library. As she's kind of examining books in the upper region, she comes across a shelf. She's been here before. One of the librarians keeps leaving her materials here. It's not super helpful materials, because the other downside of prehistory, nobody really bothered to write anything down. That's why prehistory is mostly legend, rather than facts. But sitting atop the shelf this time isn't a book. It's kind of a silver canister that old film rolls used to exist in. With a note on top that said, "I don't know the validity of this, but the notes found with this film claim to be from a time traveler who specifically filmed a group in prehistory. We have no proof. Most time travel that we're aware of isn't able to reach that far. But at the very least, it might be an interesting story for you to watch. Hope you find what you're looking for." Celeste has been here a while. Jeff, how long do you think Celeste has been here?
400 years.
Yeah, feels like it at the very least. But elves can live that long. It's a blink of an eye for them. So, she finds, a very old film projector, gets it set up as best she can, gets the film in there, and, well, begins rolling. It starts in a vast field of stars. Dark. And then seems to pick one out and zooms in impossibly fast, impossibly far, until we see a big swirl of purple. Quelmar, newly formed. The camera seems to go around this place, and indeed, Quelmar is spherical. Oddly so. With that same purple essence flowing over it. Huh. Celeste has what she needs, but she wants more. She wants to know what happened. Why is it no longer that? So she keeps watching, and the film zooms in and in. At first, all we see is ocean and then an impossibly large landmass. Quelmar before it split apart into the continents. Erica, what's this giant landmass named? You're all getting put on the spot tonight.
Panglia.
Yeah, that tracks. How do you spell that?
Panglia.
As we go into Panglia, we go across its surface, the forests, the mountains, and then dive further in. Deep, deep beneath the surface. To an amphitheater. Dark, lit only by the mushrooms that seem to grow sporadically throughout. Of course, this is where we find our heroes for the first time. Would you all like to describe yourselves, what we see as the five of you coast up to the top of this amphitheater, looking over it? Who would be in front?
Sure, I'll go. Why not? Yeah, Ronway would be Elven Ranger with long chestnut hair, dark green hooded cloak, has his hawk companion on his shoulder, and a bow and arrow across his back, walking into this amphitheater.
All right. Who's next?
I'll go next. So, Indomitus is a large, reddish-brown centaur with a tan human body and a shoulder-length red hair. Angular features, slimmer than you'd think for a centaur, but very muscular. Just absolutely taut muscles. And as Indomitus is walking by, you can see the long, almost majestic spear that he is carrying in his right hand, and the shield, the matching shield, in his left, and just nobly walking with the group, tail swishing just a little bit.
Who's following just out of reach of that very slowly swishing tail?
This is why I'm glad I went first. I don't have to trail up the centaur.
I'll go next. Let me pull up a picture because I can't remember what I look like. Hold on. Okay. Citizen Dr. Eloise Mahermler, very short, at about 2 feet tall. She's kind of like scuttling in the shadow of Indomitus. She's got long, orangish red hair that's been braided into two braided pigtails. She's wearing thigh-high boots with leggings underneath, and then a sports bra underneath her chainmail. And on her back is a halberd that's kind of big for her, but in comparison to anyone else, it's pretty small. I'm sure Indomitus could probably use it as a toothpick.
All right. Sai, Pood, who's next, and who's bringing up the rear?
I guess Pudine would be close to the back.
Mhm.
So she's gonna be. It almost looks like she's stumbling, like she's not really paying attention to where she's going, but still somehow like doesn't lose her footing, and just well, she's basically a Sphinx cat, so hairless, Rakshasa, wearing a long blue velvet robe, and right now the cloak, like the hood, is down, but she's just kind of like staring at really nothing as she makes her way behind Citizen Dr. Mahermler. Well, Eloise Mahermler.
That means Sai is pulling up the rear.
She is keeping an eye on the rest of the party. She would probably tend to stay in the back, just because she wants to make sure everyone in front of her is all right. Sai stands just shy of 5.5 feet. Dark teal hair that sweeps past the shoulders. Sometimes she'll put it up in a hair accessory, but it's usually pretty loose. She's turquoise eyes, seem just a bit too large for her face. And whenever she stands under a light source, you can swear you see more scales than skin. Right now she's wearing robes in varying shades of green under her armor. The armor itself bears a small embossed symbol of a type of seashell with water flowing from it. And the staff she's carrying also actually has various shells affixed to the top with small vines.
Very nice. You all step out of the caves that led you here and overlook this enormous amphitheater. It seems to go down for, I think, 70 feet before hitting the stage. Maybe more. Eloise, why are you here?
I think I'm here because my great and mighty God has commanded that this is the next leg of my journey to start here.
What's here for you and the rest of your party?
Someone who is in need of help is hiding out here. Someone in need of refuge.
Alright. Indomitus, who's waiting? What are they? What do they look like?
A child. Probably about 10 or 11. They have lost their way in the tunnels, and they are a Rakshasa. A small cat child.
Small cat child.
But tiger-like.
The more traditional, what we think of Rakshasa.
Yeah.
The kind with fur.
Right.
Indeed. Sai, there's a town nearby. where this child got lost from. What's the name of this town?
Outtrace.
Can you spell it?
Outrys.
All right. Town of Outtrace, a mixed group. A lot of Rakshasa, but also elves. Few dwarves. Not many dwarves. A lot of the dwarves around here aren't really... Any of the ones involved with the mines generally don't want the Rakshasa down there. Rakshasa are very good with magic, traditionally, but... that can cause problems down in the mine on occasion, so... But there's a child here. Somewhere. What do you all do as you enter?
All right, everyone. I guess we should spread out and search, although it appears there isn't much to see down into this open space.
We see the child standing there, right?
You see evidence of someone having been here. Potentially the child, though you're not sure. Claw marks in the fungus. Some fungus fully torn off, presumably from someone or something hungry enough to tear it.
Okay. I'd like to look around for tracks of which way to go. Not really saying anything, just doing it instinctually.
Yeah, with a 4. First of all, that is a fail. So, nice thing about Powered by the Apocalypse games, if you fail, you get rewarded for it. You get experience. So mark experience for that, and I get to make a hard move.
Are you rolling for me?
No, it just showed up.
On what?
Roll 20.
Yeah, in the chat.
Did you not mean to use it?
Did I click something?
Hunt and track.
I haven't clicked anything yet to roll.
Uh-oh.
Oh, when I click it in my sheet. Oh,
Yep.
Okay. I see what it's doing. I did it again. Okay, yeah, I did roll.
Yay!
Oh, I just tried it.
I clicked it to open the description.
That's the
It'll
arrow,
for me.
specifically. If you click the name, it'll show up. I'll let you roll again, though, because you didn't know. Or you can keep the 4. Your choice.
It's fine. It's funnier if I keep the 4.
Perfect! As Indomitus kind of contemplates attacking his friends.
Just a little hack and slash, why not?
Just a little hack and slash, for fun. Aranwe, you do begin following the trail, and it becomes very clear, very quickly, that the trail you're on, in all likelihood, was not created by a small Rakshasa child. Which means the small Rakshasa child is not alone here. And neither are you.
I turn back to the group and say, these are not kid tracks. This is something else. Whatever something else is, I hope the kid hasn't found it first.
And you said this is like an amphitheater, right?
I think Sai would actually end up casting guidance, just putting a hand over the symbol on her armor and just very, very softly just saying, I know there's danger here. Where?
Alright. Do me a favor, drop the guidance spell. I believe if you click it, it should show up in the roll 20 for me. Thank you.
Yes.
Symbol of your deity appears before
Yes.
you, and just as you it towards the direction or course of action your deity would have you take, then disappears. All right, remind me, what is the symbol of your deity? The shell?
I need to remind myself too. Hang on, let me check. Yeah, it's basically like a seashell, the outline of a seashell with water flowing from it.
The shell on your armor seems to glow, and the water actually begins to flow off of it, hanging in midair, drawing from Sai's chest through the amphitheater a bit. Moves down the stairs a bit. Then splits. At the bottom of the amphitheater, there are two other cave entrances. This amphitheater's been used, though abandoned, long ago. But from what the townspeople were able to tell you, that led to kind of a backstage area, a place for the actors to prepare themselves and come out when their cues were made. It seems there is something, either both tunnels lead to the same place, or there is something down each tunnel your deity would have you deal with.
And everybody sees this, or is it just me?
Up to you. Do you think your magic is overt enough that others would see it, or is your god only talking to you?
No, I mean, she's pretty much out here to introduce her deity to the rest of the world, so I'm assuming the deity's trying to help with this. So I would say the others would be able to see it too.
All right. Before I forget, the rote is still a spell and must be cast.
Okay.
So, roll 2d6, add your wisdom.
Oh. So that's 8 total.
8 total? Okay, so on a 7 to 9, you cast the spell, you get that message, but choose one. You draw unwelcome attention or put yourself in a spot. I'll tell you how. Your casting distances you from your deity. Take -1 ongoing to cast a spell until the next time you commune. Or, after you cast it, the spell is revoked by your deity. You cannot cast it again until you commune and have it granted to you.
Wow. All right. Let's go with the first one, just because.
You draw
Or
unwelcome
an
attention.
unwanted attention.
So as the magic comes out and you all see this flowing water in the air, as soon as it finishes its gesture, instead of like flowing back into the shell, it all drops with the sound of a tidal wave. In a very small cavern built to amplify acoustics. And you hear from further within. What you doing?
I found something, everyone.
I charge at it.
I follow. Very far behind.
You
My legs are
charge?
quite short.
Indomitus and Eloise both start sprinting down the staircases. Are you going down the same one, or, much like the image you have here, there are two that go down to the central platform? Are you going...
Do you want to hop on my back?
Are you letting me?
Yeah.
Then
The
I would,
centaur.
yeah.
What else? That's what I'm good for.
Indomitus just lowers down the butt of the spear. Eloise, you grab on, and he just yanks you up onto his back. And these two start charging down one of the staircases. What are the rest
Yeah,
of you?
this move is so sick. It looks like we practiced it, but we haven't. It's just like, whoop, swing.
Fully accidental.
And this is also the move charge.
Oh, go ahead and drop that for
I don't
me.
know if I need to roll for it.
Let us see.
It just says, when you lead the charge into combat, those you lead take +1 forward.
Nope. They just take +1 forward.
Neat.
All right. Poudine, we haven't heard from you yet. What are you doing?
I guess to whoever's still standing nearby, she's gonna spout lore about the dangers of this place.
Okay.
And I got an 11.
I will tell you something useful, interesting, and useful about the subject relative to your situation.
Alright.
So as I said before, this amphitheater was used. Like, why build it if you don't intend to use it? But it was somewhat recently abandoned. Not because theater fell out of fashion, but because something else decided to move in. Something that people felt better to leave alone than deal with. After all, unlike the five of you, most people are not designed to traverse and battle the chaos on a daily basis. There is something living down here. Something that feeds on those unlucky enough to come down here. What's useful to you? There's a town very close by, less than a day's travel. It seems no matter how hungry this beast has gotten, it cannot seem to leave the amphitheater any longer. How do you know all this?
Even though it seemed like she was spacing out, she was overwhelmed by the stench of the creature in this place. Its droppings, its pheromones rubbed on every surface. If it's just rooting around here all day, that you're gonna end up smelling it. Well, at least Rakshasa would.
This is true. Or at least a Rakshasa that understands what it's smelling. And you watch, again, as Indomitus and Eloise just charge as Poudine begins spouting out all this information to Aranway and Sai. Indomitus.
And then she'll go and follow the other two.
Poudine finishes talking and immediately books it down the staircase. Aranway and Sai, what are you two doing?
Of course.
I'm taking my bow off my back and readying it.
Alright. Sai?
Asking Sai.
Yeah, the second Poudine takes off. What?
Are we supposed to run with them?
I don't know about if we're supposed to, but if we don't, I'm pretty sure something bad is going to happen. Just a thought. And
Okay.
I take off after Poudine.
Okay, I'm like readying my bow on the arrow now as we take off. Now following behind them.
Indomitus, Eloise, you make it down to the stage first. As I said, there are those two entryways. Both of them seem to be... Sai pointed to both of them. You're not really sure which direction the noise came from, as it just echoed out. Which path are you taking?
You've got the reins.
Follow that left one, young whippersnapper.
Let's go!
They charge.
Come on, you lousy two-leggers! Catch up!
In the name of the great and glorious God!
And Indomitus and Eloise charge down the left path. Poudine, you took off next. Are you going to follow them, or are you going to take the right?
I follow them.
Aranway, Sai, following or taking the other path?
Following. The only reason I follow is because I don't want to be left alone in here.
Understandable.
Yeah, gonna follow after the others. Just in case something happens.
All right. Indomitus, Eloise, you charge in. It's dark down here. I assume one of you has a light up right now. Otherwise, you're going blind as the light of the mushrooms fades behind you. I'm fine with either. I just need to know what your plan is.
Is this a part where we all scream, I have dark vision?
Welcome to Dungeon World.
I do have light.
Hasn't been invented yet.
I do have the light spell.
That'll help you in a wrong
Dark
way,
vision
but
hasn't been invented yet,
Domitus
yes.
and Eloise charged forward.
Hold on, I'm looking at my gear.
So, being actually, yeah. Let me see my gear. Do I have?
I do have dark vision. Yes.
Do you now?
Yeah,
Where
a
does it
cat.
say if you have dark vision or not?
It doesn't because it's not a thing.
What I would like to do is, can I discern realities to try to hear?
Sure. Go ahead and roll to discern realities.
What do I roll for that?
Oh,
I
if
can
you're
just
just
click
doing
the
it in
button.
Roll20, you can just click it like that. All right.
I don't know what I got. It's just a whole bunch of white blocks for me.
That is a problem that we will address later, but you got a 7. So that's
Turn it
a
off
mixed
night mode.
success.
Turn
For
it
some reason,
off
night
of night
mode.
mode?
Yeah, night mode hides the text for some reason.
Cool. Got it.
All right. So you get to ask me one question and take +1 forward when asking on the bottom. What happened here recently? What is about to happen? Should be on the lookout for. That's kind of what you're going on if you're trying to discern where the walls are based
What
on
should I
sound.
be on the lookout for?
Yeah, so you're kind of using the echoes of your own hooves hitting the ground to try to give you some form of direction. Thankfully, it does help prevent you from slamming into walls a couple of times. But then you begin to hear other things. Scratching from further in. More scratching. Sai, did you want to try casting light so you and Aranway at least are not running blind?
Sure. Do you need me to click on this spell in Roll20, or do I just roll something?
Roll to cast a spell.
Okay.
Yes, Indomitus.
Would you say we're in combat yet?
Potentially.
Okay.
Why do you ask?
Well, I have a move called Seeing Red, where I get +1 when I discern realities during combat. I don't think it would make a difference now. Just wondering.
I'll allow it. Assuming you
Amazing.
don't go back to the amphitheater before encountering something to fight, I will allow it.
Okay. Neat.
So I'm looking at the description of adventuring gear.
Mhm.
And it doesn't say directly that there are torches in there, but I feel like there have to be since it's adventuring gear. Can I try to... I'm just going to assume I have one. Can I try to light a torch while I'm on Indomitus's back?
Sure. Let me look up adventuring gear really quick. Oh, that's just... Yeah, you have a torch. Just mark off a
I got-
use, and one of the things you have is a torch.
Oh, I see. I get it now. It's just adventuring gear is anything you might need in your adventures.
5 uses, which means you get to name 5 objects that are in there. They don't have to be named until you need them.
That's really
So
nice.
just mark off a use.
Just mark off a use, and you have a torch.
Done.
You kind of scrape it against the wall as you're going, and that's enough to ignite the powers above it, giving you both light as you go. Sai, what'd you get on your casting spells?
I got 2 6s plus 2, I guess, for the wisdom, so...
14. It goes off
14.
without a hitch.
I'm lighting the shit out of this place.
Yeah, light appears. Pudine, there's light ahead of you, light behind you. You're doing great on vision. Or Onway, you've got light next to you. And Indomitus, from your back, you hear a kss as the torch lights. And you can see normally now. As you're entering another bigger cavern. A little lake ahead of you. And just up to your right, kind of trying to climb a stalagmite up to a stalactite, is this tiny orange Rakshasa. Doesn't seem to notice you, just seems fully focused on trying to climb, not getting super far yet. What do? You're the first ones in.
Okay. I was not expecting to find the child first. You good with kids?
Fear not, child. We, the servants of the one true God, are here to save you.
Tries climbing higher and loses grip and falls.
Indomitus, faster! Yeah!
It's okay, child. We have safety. We are safety.
Pootie is gonna try to walk up and grab it mama cat style by the scruff of its neck.
Okay. You start walking up, and he starts panicking. Like, you are strangers in a weird place that it doesn't understand.
Okay.
You can't really get close to him at first. He immediately kind of skitters behind that stalagmite and peeks out at you all. Who are you? What do you want?
Was I not clear? We are servants of the one true God, and we are here to save you.
I don't know who that is.
The Hermbler is a servant of the one true God.
Excuse you, it's Citizen Dr. Eloise Mahermbler, okay? I didn't earn this title for nothing.
I don't understand any of the words you are saying.
All right, Doc. So we are here to help.
Help me, help it.
What is it?
It.
Is it the thing that has been terrorizing the amphitheater?
Nods gravely.
We are here to help you.
Okay, help me. How? Who are you? Mama says never trust stranger. You are less bestial than other strangers, so I'm inclined to not listen to Mama in this moment, but also, who are you?
Does anyone else want to give this a shot?
How tall is this child?
A little shorter than you.
Shorter than me?
Mm-hmm. Rakshasa don't really get the growth spurt until more into the teenage years, and until then they are roughly kitten-sized in comparison. Also, he seems to be listening. Like, he's literally just asking for your names. He just wants to know who you are.
I think I will hop off of Indomitus' back at this point and just go strutting up with the confidence of, like, I don't want to say it. So I'm trying to think of another analogy, because the first one that popped in my head, I think, is TOS.
Yeah, don't get me struck on my first day. I just started.
The confidence of, like, a 17-year-old kid that just got their first paycheck and is going to the bank.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think I'm strutting up with that confidence, and I hold out my hand.
Hello, young child. My name is Citizen Dr. Eloise Mahermbler.
Oh, that is a name. Okay. Who is horse?
Indomitus.
Okay, who is not horse?
Pooty.
Citizen Dr. Eloise Mahermbler.
No, that is different thing. Pudding. Okay, who is fish?
I assume you mean me. I am
Yes.
Sai. A pleasure to meet you.
Who is bow?
Oh, we've made it into the room now.
Yes, you've made it by this point.
Okay. I'm Iranway, and this is my hawk, Ronan. We were sent to find you.
What is your name, little one?
No little one. No name. Not yet. Too young. Still little one. Pudding, you would know. Rakshasa don't get, like, a proper name until they reach a certain age.
She'll just nod knowingly then.
Too little. Still youngling. Okay, you're no longer strangers, so I can listen to you more than I listen to it.
How long have you been down here for?
I do not know. It has been 3 close calls.
Can you describe it?
Two its. Big.
Two its.
2 its. 1 it. But 1 it. 1 it. Big. It. Big.
Bigger than me.
Kind of scuttles out from behind the thing and starts, like, examining you, like, hooves up to your head. Starts to kind of climb parts of you and seems
Ow.
to just be
Ow.
measuring by hand.
Ow. Ow. Okay. Ow. All right. Ow. Claws.
Yes, bigger than you. Bigger than
Okay.
Indomitus. Solid, shiny. Reddish? Shiny reddish. Hard. Kind of taps the stalagmite. Hard.
Ooh, big bug.
Does anyone know what this might be?
Ooh, I think I might. I think it's. I'm gonna use familiar prey.
Okay.
Try and figure out what this is.
So you can spout lore, but use your wisdom instead of your intelligence.
Yes.
This one, just roll 2d6, add your wisdom. This one's not going to
okay.
for you.
Yeah. Okay, 2d6 it is. 11.
11. So, I will tell you something interesting and useful about the subject. There's not... Like, nobody's seen it. Or if they saw it, they didn't live to tell anybody about it. But there is a creature that many believe came straight from the elemental plane of Earth, made entirely out of crystal and gems. Not bug-like, fully, although it does have that kind of hardened exoskeleton. But looks more like a dog than a bug. They're called Argons.
Argons. Let's say that out loud. Argons.
Argons. I don't think I know of Argons. But
Dealing
one
with an
big
earth
argon
elemental.
and one small argon.
No, other it's very different. Other it.
What if we all left and never meet either it? The town's not far.
So there's more than one it?
One
Just two.
it. And one
So
it.
do I have...
One's
Okay,
it
so-
and one argon.
From the tracks that I saw earlier, would I know which it that was?
You saw,
Probably.
you determined the argon.
It was the argon. Okay. Great. So
On
we're
the-
dealing with one earth elemental argon
The
and some undetermined thing.
the it.
Mhm.
How many feet?
Mm-hmm.
0 feet.
Mhm.
No feet on the it.
How many meters?
Meters?
Small it, bigger than me.
No.
Small it, smaller than me.
Mhm.
Bigger than Dr. Merhambler.
Yes.
Citizen Dr. Maharmbler.
That is okay.
I didn't earn the title for nothing.
Citizen Doctor.
Clearly.
Thank you.
Esquire.
No, I'm working on that.
Oh.
Sorry, did you say yes, bigger than Citizen Doctor?
Yes. Bigger than Mermbler.
Okay. Poudine. Bigger than Poudine.
How tall was Poudine?
Like 5'10". Oh, actually no, hold on. Rakshasa are like crazy tall. She's 6'1".
Close to Poudine.
Hmm.
And
Okay,
let's
so
all
a big
stand
argon.
straight and then taller. Longer than Poudine, not taller than Poudine.
Okay. So it sounds like we don't want to run into either of these things. Why don't we just leave?
Yes, leave.
Let's leave. I like that.
Leave.
I'm okay with that.
Well, dang.
Youngling immediately starts trying to climb the stalagmite again.
Where are you going?
Hide. Only way to survive it.
Oh shit, it's coming. Okay.
That's not the only way to survive. And I will brandish my spear in the direction of the noise.
Okay. Anyone watching Youngling watches as he scampers up a little more deftly this time, finding his groove. And then immediately kind of tucks in and hides his face and everything else. As you all hear the thud of rock hitting rock. As stepping into the light, you first just see a snout. Long, pointed, slightly split, with jagged black teeth. Still dripping some of the glowing mushroom bits. And then the rest of the head. And it is indeed dog-like. Save for ears don't really seem to be a thing, or if they are, they're somehow pushed into the rocky flesh of this creature. And then its head. About eye level with Sai at this point. What are you doing?
Indomitus.
You ready?
Throw me.
Would this be considered a natural environment?
Yes, you are in a natural environment.
Okay. I'm gonna go flush with the stalactites and use camouflage so the
Okay.
enemy can't see me.
Drop the description of camouflage for me. That sounds like a plan.
Yep. It says when you keep still in natural surroundings, enemies never spot you until you make a movement.
Got it. All right.
I have balled up holding my halberd at the ready.
Make an attack.
Who makes an attack?
You. Well,
Oh.
actually, that's a good question.
I mean, I am trying to stab it as I get closer.
Indomitus, just roll strength for me.
Okay. Okay.
Or volley, your choice. So dex or strength.
I'll roll strength. That's a 10.
All right. Yeah, no issue. Eloise. Going straight at it. Eloise, make an attack.
How do I make an attack?
You're rolling hack and slash.
What do I add to it?
If you hit the arrow on your move, it'll tell you what it does. But you roll strength.
Also, +1, right? Because everyone has followed me into battle.
Yes, +1. You're not back at the amphitheater.
So 2d6 plus my strength plus 1.
No. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Just this time, though.
13.
That'll hit. So, on a 10 plus, you deal your damage to the enemy and avoid their attack. At your option, you can do an extra d6, but you expose yourself to the enemy's attack.
Well, Citizen Dr. Eloise Mahernbler is quite the reckless fighter, so I will take the extra d6.
All right, roll 1d10 plus 1d6 plus 1.
10.
10 points of damage to him. He does not like that. All right. Roll a d8 for me.
1.
You go in to swing, and as you do, you scrape your arm directly against this thing's teeth. Doesn't do a ton, but boy, do those suckers hurt. And you are directly at its feet. It towers above you, Eloise.
Most things do.
That's Indomitus and Eloise. Aranwe is hiding. Pudin, Sai, what are you doing?
I cast Magic Missile.
Roll to spellcast, and I believe you add your intelligence as a wizard.
Oh, okay, good. So that 4 is actually 7.
The 4 is the damage, so it's 2 plus 2.
Oh.
But you roll the 7.
Okay, then. Wait, so I hit. Wait. That's the damage?
Yeah.
So, what do I roll to hit? Sorry.
You are. Where's the guy? Wizards. Where's my wizards?
Cast a spell.
Prepare spells. Cast a spell. When you release a spell you prepared, roll plus intelligence. 9. All right. So
got a 9.
Choose one.
All right. Effect. Choose one. I'm gonna forget the spell.
Okay, as you cast it, it takes you a second, and in your haste, you put a little too much into it. And the spell, the words itself, seem to leave your head in the form of these 2 missiles that slam into the creature's head. It notices and is not happy, but it's more focused on the smaller thing in front of it. Sai, what are you doing?
All right. Just looking at Eloise right now, how likely does she look to be ready to attack again?
I mean, I assume pretty likely. Not in the same way. She's not getting back to Indomitus anytime soon, but...
Okay. So Sai is going to take a few steps back, but now I don't know how this is going to work. Up until now, I've been casting rote spells, but I would like to use this for Eloise, which is a level 1 spell I had prepared.
Yeah. It works the same way as casting the rotes. Really, the difference between leveled spells and rote spells, rotes you have prepared always, unless you choose to lose access in response to a 7 to 9. Leveled spells, you can only prepare a number equal to your level plus 1, I believe.
Got it. Okay. All right. So I still roll 2d6 and add wisdom?
Yep.
Okay. So plus 2 would be 9.
9? Okay, it's the same deal. You can draw unwelcome attention. You can get a -1 forward, or... I think it's actually -1 ongoing until you commune again, or you can lose access to the spell.
You know what? I will take a -1 ongoing.
Okay.
For this.
So, you cast the spell you're casting on Eloise.
Yeah. She seemed very determined.
I mean, she did say throw her. While you are theoretically below sea level, you are way inland right now. Rian can't reach you as easily from here. And in casting this spell, you sever some of the connection you have to them, putting you a little further away. However, what does it look like as you cast Bless on Eloise?
You know, I think like she would just touch the emblem on her armor, and like just a small wave will come seemingly from out of nowhere and just come up around Eloise briefly and like encircle her. A bit of a sparkle there, and it just recedes and disappears entirely.
All right. You've still got a bit of that sparkle around you. You can hear a bit of the waves around you, Eloise, kind of spurring you forward as long as you continue and stand and fight.
No, I must remain pure for my god. Your false deity shall not tempt me.
What's that? What's it? Thank you? Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad I could help.
Aranwe, what you doing?
All right, I had my bow pulled from when we were running, so I'm going to try and call a shot at this thing.
Okay, what does call a shot do?
Call a shot is when you attack a defenseless or surprised enemy at range, and I'm getting the surprise on it because
he doesn't
know that I'm here. You can choose to deal your damage or name your target and roll plus dex. So I am... I'm going to call the shot. I'm going to aim for the head and roll.
Okay.
See if this pays off. It does not pay off. I missed the mark entirely.
You get +1.
+1 still is only a 6.
It's not adding +1 automatically?
It added your dex correctly, but you did get +1 forward from following Indomitus into battle. However, that's
Oh,
not enough to put it
okay.
into success range.
It is
So,
not,
mark
no.
experience.
I
As
need it.
you fire, and you do hit this thing in the head, you seriously underestimated how much strength you needed to get this arrow into its head. And it shatters against the thick hide of this creature. And the creature seems to know where you are now.
Does he care?
Seems to a little bit. I need you all to defy danger. This would be using... I'm gonna say this is using wisdom.
And we still get +1, right?
If you haven't used it already. Forward is a one-time use,
You only
plus
get
one
one
ongoing
plus
is
one.
continuous.
Interesting. It just says +1 forward.
+1 forward is basically the next thing you roll gets that +1. If it gave it +1 ongoing until, like Bless does for Eloise. So Eloise, you get the extra +1 because of Bless.
I have a +1.
Yes.
I rolled 10.
Alright.
Same.
Two-tone.
Got a 7.
Alright.
11.
Yeah, 11.
Alright, so.
Wait, is it... I didn't add the +2, but it's only +1 right now?
If your wisdom is +2, you add the +2.
But it's -1 ongoing.
Why is it -1 ongoing?
Yeah, because for the spell.
The bless...
Oh,
the
that
bless
is if
came
you're
at a
trying to
cost.
cast another spell. I believe.
Oh! Okay. Alright, well then 12 in that case.
Yeah, as
Nice.
long as you don't try to cast another spell, that -1 never applies. But as soon as you try to cast something else, the split concentration causes problems. But...
Gotcha, okay.
Indomitus. You all kind of hear the roar of this creature, and while maybe above ground you could weather it, Indomitus down here, it seems to shake the room around you. And one of the downsides to living underground, especially with creatures like this, is cave-ins can happen at any time. So, on a 7 to 9, you stumble, hesitate, or flinch. I'll offer you a worse outcome, hard bargain, or ugly choice.
Ooh.
You are terrified right now. I'm going to give you a choice. You can give in to your fear and run. Though you don't know where you can run to. Or you can take the shaky condition.
I will take shaky.
Okay.
I'm not going anywhere.
He says as all of his legs begin to wobble at once.
Clack, 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 clack.
You can hear the slight clipping of the hooves.
True bravery is standing to face what you're afraid of.
And as you say this, one leg, bent more like a human's, or humanoids. Humans aren't real. What are humans? Bent more like size arms than your normal dog. But one crystalline arm appears in the light of your torch and spell. And then the next one. And as it steps forward and begins to pull itself up to full height, it's no longer eye level with Sai. Sai's about eye level with maybe its waist. Indomitus, you're maybe eye level
dear.
with its chest at its full height.
Right.
Indomitus, what you doing?
Stab.
Charge forward and stab.
Actually, no. I think I'm going to try to see where this thing's weak spots are. It seems like it's got a really hard exterior, which is not great for a spear. I'm going to see if there are any gaps in the armor. Can I discern realities? Or discern whatever that one's called?
Sure, go ahead and discern realities.
Yeah, discern realities. That's it. And I get a +1 because I'm in combat. 9.
9. All right. Once again, you may ask me one question. You're trying
What
to...
here is useful or valuable to me, maybe? Or, what should I be on the lookout for? Either of those is pretty good.
Both will give you slightly different answers. Which would you prefer?
What here is useful or valuable to me?
Are you rolling to aid Aranway?
No, I accidentally clicked it. It's not my turn. Sorry.
You're fine. What here is useful to me? You're staring at this creature, trying to find weak spots, and it is a giant, almost statue, except moves normally. But if it's still that flexible, you think its joints are probably going to be... Its joints. Its joints are valuable to you.
Cool. Good to know.
And you have +1 forward when acting on that information.
Neat.
Eloise, what you doing? This thing is taller than pretty much anything you've seen at this point.
I accidentally clicked that, sorry.
I'm gonna
Very easy to do.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna try to skitter up this thing and use my halberd and whack it right on the neck.
Okay. I'm gonna say you're not gonna be able to get to its neck this turn. I mean...
Then can I whack its waist?
Yes, I was gonna say, you can either get to its neck and not attack, or you can get a little lower and attack. I'll let you get to the waist.
I will skitter up to its waist and just
Have at me!
Yeah, go ahead and roll to attack. Roll to hack and slash.
Sorry, I have a +1 from Bless, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I rolled a 7, +1 is 8, plus my strength of 3 is 11.
Okay. Same deal. You can either just deal your damage, or you can deal your damage and get an attack from this thing.
I can't remember. Oh, did it do damage to me last time? I can't remember.
Yes, but not much. It only did 1.
No, it took 1. Oh, I forgot to mark that. Sorry.
Actually, technically it did 3, because it does get +2 to its damage. But...
How many hit points do we have?
You have a number of hit points. I believe it is your
I have
constitution. 10 plus your constitution in your case, Indomitus.
So it did 3
okay.
points of damage to me?
It did, yes.
Okay. I will take the hit and do an extra d6?
Okay.
Question mark?
Yeah. 1d10
Okay.
plus 1d6 plus...
+1 from my halberd.
Mhm.
Okay. Ooh, that's good. 15.
That is really good. You hack in. It seems to its hide seems to take some of the damage, but you are carving into it fairly well. It lets out this loud howling shriek and then doesn't claw at you. Why would it do that when it has weight on its side? Roll a d10 for me.
Squeeze.
8.
You take
Oh,
11 points of damage as you are crushed underneath this thing.
I am at 0.
Actually, re-roll that.
Oh,
Once per battle, you may re-roll a single damage roll, yours or someone else's.
reroll the d10.
That's pretty nice.
9.
What move is that?
12
Dang.
points of damage.
I'm down.
How do you have that? That is not correct, sir.
I don't know.
Person.
That's what it has.
No, it's not plus your constitution modifier. It's plus your constitution. So you should have 23 hit points to start.
Oh!
Oh, so you're fine.
I wouldn't say fine. Like, they are hurt and under
So
this
I've
thing.
taken, what is that, 15 points of damage?
You have taken 15 total, yes.
Okay, I
So
have
you would
8
have-
hit points left.
There you go. I was gonna say,
That is the
Fine.
important thing.
even if you tanked Constitution, there is no way you have that little.
I thought it was the modifier, okay? No one explained to me.
What do you think this is? Dungeons and Dragons?
With dark vision.
Half of it's in the name.
Silly. Houdin, what are you doing? As
Uh,
your friend is squashed underneath this thing.
Does it look like we've done anything to it at all?
Yes, you are seeing cracks in its hide.
Oh, that's good. Okay. And it's like we're in a dark cave, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna go off on a limb and assume that, you know, maybe I can blind it with my light cantrip. I don't really know if that'll work, but I've rolled a 0.
It just doesn't do damage. Roll 2d6,
Oh,
add your
okay.
intelligence.
Oh, jeez.
I'm casting light on my staff, I guess, and I'm just gonna try to like wave it in its eyeballs.
Okay.
To try to like give it a little seizure or something.
Let's see if you get the spell off.
Oh, right. Cast a spell. I should do that first, probably.
Yes.
Strobe light the gem monster.
Oh, frick yeah!
You definitely cast the spell. You all watch as Pudding's staff lights up in... What color is your magic?
Teal.
In this brilliant teal flare, and you start waving it in front of its face. It's a good attempt, but you gather if it's lived this long in the darkened caverns, it's not seeing by light.
Oh, okay.
But it was a good effort.
I guess it's
Take
eyeballs
plus
ain't
1
real.
forward, because that was creative, and I like it.
Thanks.
We don't have
I
her
don't- what
forward
is it?
anymore from the charge.
Correct.
I don't know what does that do?
The next time you roll, you get an extra +1 for whatever it is.
Cool, thanks.
Sai, what you doing?
I'm gonna do what clerics do. How badly hurt is Eloise?
Eloise is
Not down.
currently under a crystal monster.
Alright. Would it still work if I cast Cure Wounds?
As long as you don't have to touch them.
I don't think it says that. Let me see. Let me try and bring that up here. Oh yeah, no, it does say that.
Touch.
So
You are
right.
not currently able to touch
yeah,
Eloise.
no. Not even currently able to see Eloise. Yeah, alright, well. I didn't miss anybody else getting hit, did I? Nobody else has been injured?
Not particularly, no.
Alright. Then I will... Yeah, I don't have too much else I can do right this moment, so I will just hit or try to hit with the staff that I have.
Go for it.
And what is that? Strength? Is that
That's hack
I
and
don't know
slash.
what that
That is strength.
all right? Yep. No, that is just 6.
All right. So go ahead and mark an experience because you fail. Let me see the exact wording on a hack and slash. But I believe you just enjoy bad times.
Probably.
So you don't entirely miss. Again, you bring the staff down on it. And your staff cracks in half. As you just fully slam it onto the solid form of this creature. It's still sort of usable, but you're definitely going to need to get that fixed. You've got...
I take the rest of my turn to cry.
That's fair. You get -1 to all damage using this thing until you get it fixed. Aranway, what you doing?
Well, arrows aren't piercing this thing's hide, so I don't know. Can I like try and scoop up the kid and get him out of there?
You can try. The kid's a ways up. You'd have to convince him to jump, but it's possible.
Oh, if he's out of the way, then it's fine.
Yeah, kid's fine. Kid's... With as long as the kid has been missing, for him to be this okay, he has to have a way to hide from this thing. And you think you see it.
All right, awesome. I'm not going to interfere with him then or draw attention to the kid. Okay. Who is this creature currently attacking? Is it just whoever's being sat upon right now?
It was Eloise. However, since Eloise seems to be, as you said, sat upon, it seems to be turning its attention to the rest of you.
Okay.
Pudine is especially close, having tried to wave a bright stick in its eyes.
Okay. Stick in its eyes.
What you doing?
Oh, it's a good question. Does this thing... Monsters are different from animals, right?
Yes.
Okay. I guess I'm... Okay. What is... I'm going through all of the moves. They're so different in D&D.
Indeed. At this point, I would probably say another called shot, or...
Go for the joints! Light it up! See what I did there?
I figured some...
Go for the joint. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I can use cold shot differently. I'll try cold shot, but instead of like aiming specifically for a specific part and calling it, I'm going to use the part of the move that just lets me deal damage.
All right, go ahead and roll plus dex.
Okay. 5.
Gosh darn it.
I knew it wouldn't work again.
Another mark and another arrow gone.
Aim my target. Okay, it doesn't say... Wait, for cold shot, do I have to roll if I just choose to deal the damage without specifically aiming?
Yes, so cold shot, really what it's letting you do is saying you can either use your volley move and like attack, or you can call your target, roll plus dex, and something special will happen if you hit.
Okay. At the
Wow.
very least, I distracted it.
Yep. Speaking of it kind of pushes itself up. You do see Eloise just kind of back on the rock as it rises, stares down, and with a long sweeping claw is going to scratch into Pudine. Pudine, roll me a d8. You take 9 points of damage as the claws rake across your front. But that's it. Indomitus, what you doing?
I attack it.
Do
Hack
it!
and slash, baby. Here we go, straight at the joints.
+1. That's Jeff. I need yours. There we go.
Ignore
That's
mine.
mine.
Yeah, I clicked it by accident.
So roll your damage first, because if you kill it, it's not gonna get an attack.
Okay, so my damage. I have on my special spear the tags sharp, which is a +2 piercing, messy, and forceful. I don't know what either messy or forceful do, but it's a 1d10. So
All right.
I'll roll that.
Roll
now.
that first. +2 from the piercing.
5.
All right. 5 points. Nice. Is that with the +2 or no?
Yeah, that's with the +2.
Okay. Thank you for your honesty. Okay, I want weapon, general equipment tag. No, blah, 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 blah. Weapons!
Oh,
Plus
it's also
and damage.
reach, so I'm sort of staying farther away. I'm just stab.
You subtract N from the armor. You go straight for the joints. Even the joints are pretty decently, like, armored, protected. It's just a little easier to get through. Your spear doesn't give a shit.
Heck yeah.
Your spear said, "Oh, this is rock." What rock?
What rock?
So
So
going
what does it do?
straight through its armor. Piercing
Neat.
goes straight through the armor.
Neat.
As for what were the other two tags? Messy.
Messy and
it is
forceful.
particularly destructive, and it can knock someone a pace back.
Yeah, I want to knock it back.
Okay.
Can I, like, pick it up and, like, throw it? Like,
Yeah.
ah!
I like that. It is getting a swing on you. Go ahead and roll a d8 for me.
All right, no problem. I've got armor.
Yeah, what's your
4.
armor?
2.
That's good.
Wait, does armor do anything against damage?
Yeah, it negates it. Or some of
Oh, so I get 4 hit points back.
it. We're learning as we go, people.
I've never played Dungeon World!
It's fine.
So I only take 2.
What did you roll on the d8?
Got a 4.
It adds +2 to its attacks. -2 from your armor, so the 4. I'll say minus an extra 1 because it's a little more out of reach. It's not as close when it goes to swing. As you stab into its arm and heave it backwards, tossing it a little bit.
Full yeet.
Full yeet. I've been told to take back the doctorate. I'm so sorry, Eloise. Anyway,
I'm not a doctor.
Oh.
I'm a citizen doctor.
Eloise, what you doing?
First things first is I try to do a little ninja kick up, and then I realize I'm wearing chainmail, and that doesn't work because I'm too top heavy, and I'm also wearing shorts.
Yep.
And so I just clamber my way up,
Have at thee!
and I go for its fucking knees.
Hack and slash.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to swear on this channel?
I haven't been told
Yeah.
otherwise, so yeah.
Fucking
I would-
knees!
I will edit the stream info to not be everyone. I don't know how to do that actually.
Listen,
+4.
it's just a little language. And
Yeah,
killing of rock
it's fine.
monsters.
It's fine.
That is 15.
Jesus.
I rolled a 6 and a 5, which is 11, plus my strength of 3, plus 1 for bless.
Your strength doesn't get added to damage.
No, that was hack and slash.
Oh, to hit. Yes, you're good. You hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Again, do you want the extra d6 and take the damage? Or nah?
Well, now that I know I have armor that mitigates some damage, yes.
Okay.
Okay,
We're getting
this
in
plus
there.
1. I'm learning, guys.
You got
I'm
this.
learning.
You're learning.
Learning.
12.
All right. It's not looking good. Roll a d8.
3.
You take 1 point of damage.
But
As
I have
you-
2 armor, so
That's why
do I
you...
take any?
No, you take 1, because you would take
Oh,
5...
I see.
Actually, no, sorry. You take 3 points, because it adds 2. I forgot.
Okay, I take 3.
So you hit its knee and it goes down, but as it does, its claws scrape against your side again. And it's starting to look at you like your breakfast. But in the meantime, Poudine, what you doing? You have muted yourself, my friend.
Sorry. I realize my stick is useless for blinding purposes. So I'm just like, I look at it and then I just bring it up and smash it towards the creature's head.
All right, go ahead and roll damage. You do
7.
hit. And as I said, if you take it
Right.
out, it's not going to get to hit you back.
And then for staff, is that just a d4?
All of your attacks have the same damage, based on whatever your class is. So yes, the wizard's damage die is a d4.
All right. Respectable.
You hit it. And you watch as the hide kind of vibrates a little bit from the blow. And it stumbles. And stumbles. And goes to bite you. Can you roll me a d8, please?
Okay, yeah. Oh, a lot better.
You take 4 points of damage as this
Not
thing
bad.
bites into you.
Not bad.
Not bad. Sai, can you put it out of its misery, or are you doing something else?
I could smack it again. That's all I got.
My staff is in 2
Oh, say.
pieces.
Sorry.
That means you can hit it twice, right?
You can
You,
certainly
Citizen Dr.
try.
Eloise Mahermbler. Just grab her by the foot.
I mean, I'll let you, but Eloise might take damage in the process.
Yeah, no, I don't think that would cross Sai's mind to pick up Eloise and just whack at it. Okay, so you said the staff is doing... It's harder to hit with, or it does less damage?
Does less damage, because you can't get as much force behind the swings.
Alright. But do either Eloise or Poudine look like they're about to die?
How are you guys looking?
I got 25% of my health left.
I'm fine.
How you doing, Eloise?
Wait, I'm trying to do math now.
Don't do math,
Eric.
just tell us where you're at.
Erica did math, and now I have to do math. I am at 39% of my health, according to my calculator.
So, session 1, and we're about to lose 2 characters. Great.
No.
No!
No.
It's just a one shot, right?
Time to reroll.
Oh, no. What you doing, Si?
All right. I guess last question. How bad is this thing looking?
Very bad. Like, it's a little hard to tell because it's nowhere near normal physiology, and this is the first time any of you have ever seen something like this. But you do see cracks in its hide. Like, it is not doing great.
Hit it.
Okay.
Hit it.
Hit it. You're being told to hit it.
All right.
Just
Yeah.
See what happens. Just a little bonk
Peer
of
pressure.
it.
Fine.
Peer
This is a
pressure.
I will
Peer
hit it with my
pressure.
sad.
Peer pressure.
I'll hit it with my sad little half staff.
Hack and slash.
All right.
Bonk.
That's a 6 and a 5.
Yeah, that'll do it.
So. Okay.
Still your damage, -1. Not still. You
Okay,
haven't
what do
done
I
this
roll for the
before.
damage?
Your damage, which for a cleric I
gonna say.
believe is a D8, D6.
D6. Okay. It's a 4.
4 -1, so 3.
It's 3.
-2 for its armor is
Oh,
still
geez.
1. And you do watch as from that point you kind of jam in half the staff.
I just lost Steven on my end.
That's not good. We'll deal with that in a moment.
I have Steven.
I got Steven.
Okay, now he's back. All right.
You jam in the staff, or the half of a staff.
Don't tell me it breaks in half again.
This thing shatters, falls into pieces, some of which seems to just melt back into the earth. A lot of it seems to after a time. And then silence.
Neat.
Whatever the next thing
Do I
is,
have
I hope it's
time?
nothing like that.
We should
My
go.
Do
ears
I
are
have time
useless.
to...
We'll
But
come
he's
to
just
that.
gonna start staring at the kid up on the stalagmite.
We'll come back to that. We are going to take our bio break now. So, get water, get food, use the bathroom, do whatever the human body is telling you to do right now. Not anything.
Humans don't exist.
I'm talking. Yeah, you're right. None of you are human. Sorry, you lost that privilege, according to Brack. Not my fault. We will be back in 5 minutes. We'll call it 6 minutes. We'll be back at 8:50 or whatever hour 50 it is in the time zone that you exist in. See you soon.
Neat.
Unknown centuries later is when our story begins.
How is it that I might help you?
It says we're on air.
Oh,
Right now,
Right now. It's fun. If you're
Okay,
here,
good. Chat
you're
can
not
tell
getting
me.
an ad. And if you are getting an ad, then you're not here. So...
I don't know if they're getting an ad or not.
Well, I wouldn't know either because I'm subscribed to the channel. So... I'm being told to repeat
button.
word for word everything that happened since this started. So, from the top. No, Daniel.
From
no.
the top.
Of course,
Make
it's
it drop.
I know screen names. I know how
Okay,
this
no,
works.
stop.
So, you've all just defeated the Argon. It lies melting in pieces.
Oh, but speaking of repeating this word for word, this episode will be available on YouTube later.
Yeah. Go there. Go watch it there, Daniel. Then you'll get
Yeah.
word for word. So,
Do I have time to help Eloise and Pudine? I can cast Cure Light Wounds on them.
you have time to help one of them.
Oh, wow. All right,
Help
thanks.
Pudine.
until what?
I will help Pudine because Pudine is doing that cute cat thing where they beg with their paws.
All right.
I'm doing the cute thing where I hide if I hear a hiss.
Oh, you hear several hisses. Yes, Indomitus.
I defend.
Who are you defending the area as a whole?
Pudine. I'll defend Pudine.
Roll to
Wait.
defend.
No, I'll defend
How much-
Citizen Dr. Merhermbler.
Does she? How?
Very quickly, can I lay on hands myself?
Yeah.
I gotta read how that works.
All right. So a lot of things are happening. Indomitus, roll to defend. Sai, roll to spellcast.
Do I get a +1 for any reason?
Nope.
Just for fun?
Nah.
For funsies?
No.
Just for a good time?
Pretty
You know what's
please.
really fun
For a
for
good
me?
time +1?
You know what's really fun for me? Failure. Failure is really fun for me.
Yeah, we can tell.
I'll take
Yeah.
1 XP then. Just wait. Once I have 4 million XP, you're going to be sorry.
Yeah, probably.
Is Bless still active on me for this roll?
No, because combat technically is done.
Okay.
Sai, also, what'd you get for spellcasting?
I had 10,
Yeah, not a
Minus
-1
1.
though.
which makes it a 9.
Because it's not active anymore, right?
Yeah.
I'm casting a spell though.
But Bless isn't active because Bless only goes until combat's over. And
Aha!
combat's done. You're not concentrating on Bless. So it stays a 10.
So am I? Okay.
So you don't lose the spell. It goes off
Okay.
without a hitch. Roll 1d8 and
Okay.
heal Pudine.
So
It's pretty good. Yeah.
7.
7 into Pooty. All right. Aranwe hides. Indomitus goes to defend. No hard moves at the moment. Slithering into the cavern. Humanoid to an extent. The torso up looks normal enough, save for the tangle of serpents in her hair. No, not in her hair. It is her hair. Long, reddish, coppery serpents. Some angling forward, some just dangling. The lower body. You now understand why the younglings said that, well, they didn't have any legs, as it's just the entire lower half is that of a serpent. A Medusa. Slithering out. Well, well, well. Who comes to disturb our lair?
Hi. I'm Indomitus.
Indomitus.
And who are you?
I am Merak. And your friends are being very rude.
We were
We're
just
being
about to
rude.
leave.
You come to my home, slay my guard dog, and expect to leave scot-free.
This wasn't always your home, though, was it?
No,
You've taken this home.
I may have taken it, but it wasn't using it very effectively.
So
Is
are
that-
we free to? Oh, sorry. You go ahead.
No, as I'm keeping still in my hiding spot, can I get a read on this creature?
What are you trying to get?
Using familiar prey. There's like any weaknesses to it, I would know. Because my arrow's just shattered against the hide of the past thing.
Yeah, go
There's a
ahead
way
and
we can
spout
get the
lore.
jump. All right. Spout lore. Oh man, I keep rolling me things by accident all the time, but then when I want to, 9.
Okay,
Nice.
I will tell you something interesting. It's up to you to make it useful. Okay. Let me see something really quick. What's everybody else doing while Aranwe is trying to determine this?
I'm trying to think whether I also want to see what I know about it.
Okay, you can also spout lore.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm keeping an eye on the kid.
The kid is still kind of tucked up into the ceiling, keeping what you thought was like kind of fetal and protecting the important organs. No, his hands are definitely in front of his eyes.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, the Pudine was staring at the kid before. Did she notice this?
Yeah, I'm going to say the interesting and useful thing is you do notice this from the kid specifically looking, like hiding his eyes, and you realize Medusas have the ability to petrify those they gaze at. It's not a consistent ability. They have to choose to use it. But if they choose to use their glare, from that point on, it's active. Until they choose to turn it off, so to speak. Aranway with a 9. Mm-hmm. Medusas are considered a normal-ish race. As common, not one of the 7, one of the 6 created by the creator gods. Let me get my numbers.
Name all 6 creator gods right now.
Yeah. It wasn't one of the 6 from the creator gods, and I can, but I'd be cheating because I'm looking at the races right now. But they are the old world races. Like, they came when everything else started to wander in from the other planes of existence.
Yeah, James Garl's the first one I think of too, and then I get stuck.
Mieliki.
The lore.
Grumsh, Obadiah. Anyways.
Obidi.
Obadiah, my favorite creator god.
Obadiah.
Well,
the life goes on, God.
Yeah, so Pudine's gonna cover her eyes too.
Okay. Eloise, what are you doing?
Oh, while this is going on,
the people nearby her to do the same.
I'm gonna try to shuffle so I get a little cover next to Inzami too, so I'm kind of like in his shadow. And then I'm gonna drop to my knees, and I'm gonna pray to my God. And knowing that to appease my God, I must talk in my special voice, I clear my throat and I say, "O great and powerful, wondrous, true God that watches over all of us, is it your will that I destroy this foul heathen of a creature?" And I'm trying to say this quietly.
With that voice, I don't think there's such a thing.
I don't think it's possible, but I'm trying.
What are you trying to do? What are you trying to gain?
I'm just trying to see if my God wants this thing dead or if it wants it alive and us to just book it out of here.
Are you using an ability or are you just...
I'm just looking for a sign.
You don't get a response.
I think she does that thing where it's like her eyes are closed and she just opens one and looks up like, "Now would be a really good time to answer."
That is 2 rudenesses you have done me.
Steven, do I recognize, is this tunnel important?
This tunnel is the only one you know of that leads out. There might be another one in this room, but as far as you know, it's just this one.
Okay, so this one leads out, but it doesn't lead to anywhere important. In terms of the infrastructure of the nearby town.
You won't be fucking up the town, you might be trapping all of you.
I break the tunnel!
How you do it?
Okay, so I want to stride forward in front of the group. Look up. Spear!
Okay.
Spear! In an attempt to collapse the tunnel right in front of me.
Okay.
That way, the Medusa is trapped, and we can leave.
What?
If you bring the tunnel down, you are trapped in this room, and the Medusa can just go back to the amphitheater.
Oh! It's blocking our way.
This is the way out.
I thought it was the other way.
No.
You want to do that anyway? You want to trap us in here with the kid and the Medusa?
For all
It's a
Look at
good
you.
thing I am not quite as much of a himbo as Indomitus. I guess I will not break the tunnel. Instead, I will defend. Can I use the defend move again to stand from Citizen Dr. Eloise Murphy?
I'll allow it, but I'm gonna give you a -1 from your earlier failure.
4.
Yeah, no. You are still a little wobbly after your fight with the Argons. And knowing what little most people know about Medusas, every time you, like, lock your legs to, like, keep them in place, you're wondering, am I doing that, or are my legs getting petrified? So then you unlock them and they go back to being wobbly.
Good. Good stuff.
Oh, Steven.
We're doing great here.
Yeah.
I lied. I do have an ability I can use that I would like to use as I'm praying.
What would you like to use?
It says when you pray for guidance, even for a moment, and ask what here is evil, the GM will tell you honestly. I would like to ask what here is evil.
Sir, honestly, my players, do any of you have the evil alignment?
No, but my Hawk Ronin has done some shit.
It's prehistory. Everybody's done some shit. Is anybody evil?
No.
Okay. Nothing in here is evil.
She's just mad we killed her dog.
And actually, the way she was talking, I'm going to give you this as well. She didn't originally live here. She admits that. You don't think she sent the Argons to clear out the people originally using it. She just moved in behind it.
So I think something else cleared out the people that used to live here?
The Argon definitely cleared people out. Like, it
Okay.
is a terrifying crystal monster that nearly ate and crushed you. Like, normal people are gonna run. The Medusa didn't send it. The Medusa just found a convenient place to live, already guarded.
Got it.
So,
So,
what was your name again?
Marak.
Marak. Can we go now?
What do I get?
To live.
Houdin's gonna
pulls a piece of jerky out of his
swat
bag.
at Indomitus. Houdin's gonna swat Indomitus.
What? What?
Oh,
It was
that's wrong
intimidating.
thing to say.
Today you can choose peace.
Not really.
And consider that personal growth. Letting us free and taking this child to safety. Just gonna gesture at the thing on the stalagmites. And she's just looking down like at the Medusa's feet. She's not making face contact. And I got an 8 on charisma.
You're trying to manipulate?
Yes. Was that something different?
It's technically charisma. Whose sheet am I in? Because for some reason I don't think... What's the actual word? Parlay. That's the word. You're
Oh,
attempting to parlay. It's not just
I
straight
don't
charisma.
have. I
It
don't
is
know if
just
I have
straight
leverage.
charisma.
Is a child leverage?
He says we don't have leverage. We've got a big spear. That's leverage.
I'll let the 8 stand. It's fine.
Okay.
So, I believe with an 8, I'm gonna look at your sheet because I was in it. They ask you for something and do it if you make a promise, but they need concrete assurance of your promise. right now.
Short? Yeah.
Peace.
Do you want me to make an offer? Or?
Is it? Is it peace that led to the death of my guard dog? Peace that brings
desire for our
people
peace.
here.
You know what? When we get to town, we'll tell them whatever you want to make sure either they don't come or they do. I don't know what. Do you want people coming into your cave? I guess you don't like it because you're upset about us here. So maybe I'll tell them the cave is a no-go. Like, no treasure, not worth it. Just keep away.
It's either peace or in pieces. Your
Peril.
choice.
While I relish the thought of you in pieces, Indomitus. Yes, them staying far away would be nice.
Who's the loudest person in the group?
That's not a mean
It's
question.
probably a tie between Dr. Citizen and the Domitus.
You think it's a tie?
Chainmail versus hooves.
Did you hear that
Yeah.
voice that they did to pray to God?
That's true. You
I
go for
will
it.
craft. Yep.
The stage whisper.
Yeah, I'll craft the most gruesome, horrifying tale of just death, no treasure or hope to be found here, just desolation, and
No.
you know, one of them will say it. Oh.
I don't want to be feared. Something feared is something to be slain. I don't want anyone.
It's a boring, dumb cave. Nothing's
coming
here.
back.
So you just want to like hang out? Why don't you come introduce yourself to the town?
No.
Oh, okay.
The cave doesn't exist. How about that? Yeah. Ooh.
We can cave it in from behind.
Yeah.
If we say it doesn't exist, people are going to come looking. It's better to say nothing
Erase
important was
the
found.
path. But I want your words that none of you will return. And a word is worthless to me if you hide your gaze while doing it.
Can I do a wisdom check?
What are you trying to discern?
Because if she's fucking with us.
You can roll to discern realities.
Yeah.
You may ask me one question.
What should I be on the lookout for?
You should be wary of angering her. Because once that gaze gets active, everything gets harder. But
Okay. Pudine's gonna kneel and like gesture to the others to do it too.
your eyes.
And then uncover her eyes.
Say you will not return.
I will return to this tunnel.
Swear on my life, I will not return.
Moves over to Eloise.
I
Stares
think-
you in the eyes.
I think Eloise has been dumb enough. She's been staring this thing in the eyes the whole time because no one told her not to look.
Yep.
And she's really confused why this is such a big thing. I mean, I probably won't return.
Say, you will never return.
I mean, I don't know. I probably won't, like, unless my god tells me to come back. Okay, I'll never return.
Moves to say. To sigh. Looks you in the eye.
Well, this seems important to you. And technically we are the ones intruding, so... Certainly. Won't return.
Moves to Indomitus, stares you in the eyes.
I look down.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Say the words.
I won't return. Nothing here for me.
Slithers over to the stalagmite. Aranwe, are you visible at the moment?
I haven't moved yet.
Okay.
Neat.
She doesn't know you're there, but she does know about the child. Looks up. He wiggles down. Falls a bit. She just kind of catches him by the scruff. Say it. I will not return. Never return. Never return. Didn't want to come the first time. Sets him down. Just pats his head. Gives him a push.
I hold out the spear for him to grab onto.
Yeah.
I'll do the same. Ooh.
Okay. He goes overboard the first time, but eventually you do wiggle him there. Go. Keep your promise. Destroy the tunnel on your way out. The big one to the amphitheater, not this one. Or I will find you. And she will kill you. Your words are bound. And she slithers back through the tunnel.
Quick point of clarity. Did she say she kill you like somebody else will?
She did.
I never agreed to a big tunnel. Everyone walked in front of me, please.
What? Do not piss off the
I'm
snake.
not sure we want to make this one an enemy. Yeah, don't piss off the snake. Pissing off the snakes are usually a bad
bird.
thing.
Amphitheater is
You
important to the
bird-brained
community.
horse.
Okay, when she's safely gone, I'll come out of hiding.
Okay.
So, we're all clear. There's something else in here aside from her. You all heard that?
I don't know.
Yep, sounds like it.
I heard it.
Shall we walk?
I think that whichever way we do walk, do we know which direction we're going?
Well, back the way we came, and then I think down the other cave.
Okay, but back whichever way we came.
Are you trying to
Don't know.
explore more, or are you trying to leave?
Well, peace out.
You want to go
trying
all
to
the way
leave.
back the way you came. You don't want to go through the other tunnel.
We have the kid,
Yeah.
so yeah, we'd like to leave with the kid.
We have the kid.
Are we intent on destroying the tunnel on our
We'd
way
like to leave
out?
with the kid intact.
Keeping that promise?
I'll
Yeah.
destroy this tunnel.
I think we should keep the promise.
Which this tunnel?
I agree
No, it's
to
the big
destroy
one.
this tunnel.
The big tunnel.
Indomitus?
I did
She
not
said
agree
big
to
tunnel. The rest of us
that. She
did.
said big tunnel.
Indomitus?
The rest of us agreed. I don't want a snake after me.
I said I will not return
The
to
rest
this
of us
tunnel.
agree.
Was my exact words.
Well, I'll destroy the big one if you want help with that. Fine. How about that?
Fine, let's destroy both tunnels.
Okay, well, if we're going back the way we came, I want to
I
make sure
wouldn't
that
destroy
there's...
the second one.
Jeez, alright. Y'all wanna not get anyone mad at us. Fine. I'm just thinking the amphitheater is very good for the community.
No, we just don't want to get her
Entertainment
mad at
is
us again.
important.
Because we have a child.
Hey kid, which tunnel do you want to destroy?
She seemed very intent on the big one.
Oh, fine.
I
I don't
we
care
can
what tunnel we
both of them,
destroy.
but also, we have to at least destroy the big one because if people come to the amphitheater, they're going to get eaten or turned to stone.
Fine.
I guess just turn to stone now. You did kill the thing that eats them.
But fine, just point me to the tunnel. I'll destroy it.
All right. Begrudgingly, you head back through the tunnels. Back
think,
up the stairs of the amphitheater.
I would like to do something first
What would you like to do?
before we go back that way, because I'm concerned about this other thing. I think it'd be a good idea before we go back through the tunnels. Can I send my hawk to scout ahead? He remembers the way that we came through. See if there's anything waiting for us going backward.
Okay.
Okay,
Eloise,
I'll-
what did you want to do? Well.
Oh, I was just going to say, I think that on the way back, Eloise feels like she's accomplished a lot, having destroyed one heathen and is about to entrap another. So she's walking with that confidence once again.
Mm.
And I think she's walking at the head of the pack. And I just also wanted to point out, she does not light a torch, so she doesn't know where she's going. She just thinks she'll find the way.
Okay. Hawk goes through. Reports back. No one ahead.
All right, thanks, bud. I think we're safe. If we stay to the path that we came back through, we're safe.
So you head off. Up the stairs.
Wait.
Yes.
Before we destroy the big tunnel, I want to destroy every other exit from this amphitheater.
So you're destroying all 3 tunnels in this amphitheater.
Yeah, okay, so there's the one tunnel that led to the chamber we were just at.
Yes.
That tunnel had no other side tunnels.
Not that you saw. It was a decent sized tunnel. You didn't get all the way back. Part of the issue was, underground lake kind of makes it difficult. You didn't really test how deep it was. And you have no idea if there's other exits down the other tunnel.
Okay. So even if we destroyed all the other tunnels, we couldn't be sure that the Medusa wouldn't be able to get out.
Correct.
Fine.
Also, I
Let's
currently
destroy the
have
big
infinite
tunnel.
channel points, so I can redeem Secret Tunnel as much as I goddamn please.
He is the channel.
I am the channel points.
I am the secret tunnels.
I am secret tunnels. Okay, just the one tunnel then. I'll be ready to destroy it with my bend bars, lift gates move.
Do it. Anyone else
have
want to do
anything else?
something in this amphitheater before it gets blocked off?
Uh,
I'm gonna take some big mushroom.
should we look around to see if there's anything here before leaving?
Uh,
I don't think there's a
Pudding
move
is
for
not
that.
observant, so
I'm looking for what the move equivalent for looking around the
discern
room is.
realities.
Discern realities. I will
Oh,
aid.
All right, roll to aid.
How do I do that?
2d6 plus you have 1 bond with Aranye, so +1. Aranway, sorry.
okay, so I roll discern realities with +1.
If Indomitus.
I got an 8.
Yeah, so you do. You expose yourself to danger, retribution, or cost. We don't know what that is yet.
Good. I'll take it.
So yeah, you get an extra
I
+1.
want the trouble.
Good.
Okay.
Good thing you have the child on your back.
Hurt me.
Yeah, discern realities is wisdom. +1. It's a good thing I had +1 because it's a 9.
Okay.
Wait, no. It did make a difference with +1. Wait. I forgot my modifier. So, 8, 11. It's 11 total.
Nice.
So you get to
Nice.
ask me 3 questions.
Oh, gosh. Are they specific questions?
They are. If
from the
you look
list
right
below.
above Indomitus's aid roll, you'll see Pudin's discern realities. What happened here recently? What's about to happen? What should I be on the lookout for? What is useful or valuable to me? Who's really in control here? What here is not what it appears to be.
Okay.
Ooh, we got some good options there.
Yeah. What is about to happen?
You see very quick marks in the dust. And first of all, you see a lot of dust. Nobody's been in here very much, except for that creature with her. But it seems whatever she found valuable, she has taken further into the caverns in a hurry. What's about to happen is at least she seems to believe you're going to keep your promise and collapse this big tunnel behind you. You don't think anything bad's going to happen yet, if that does not occur.
Okay. What here is not what it appears to be.
Roll 2d6 and tell me what you get. Don't add anything.
Okay. Just the 2 separate d6 rolls.
Mhm.
A 5 and a 5.
Fine. Okay. Ask your third question and then I'll give you that answer.
All right. So who's really in control here?
Nice. Nice.
These two kind of blend together. You see down the tunnel that you didn't go from, kind of standing at its entrance right now, watching, is the Medusa. Just leaning against it. She is in control of this area. Maybe a little less now that the Argons is dead, but if you do what you said, she'll have total control. For whatever that's worth to whoever. But as you're kind of looking back at her, you blink, and for a moment, you just see a teenaged girl elven, you think, except the ears are too round. There's not a point to it. Instead of snakes, the hair is still that reddish coppery color, but it's braided in these intricate braids connected to each other on the back of the head. The legs are perfectly normal, not the trunk of a snake. And then you blink again and the Medusa is back. She
weird
does
elven
not
girl.
appear to be as powerless as you might think with her pet dead.
Yeah, she has something in her back pocket. Clearly. It was like there's something else in the tunnel with this that I guess that she has control over. Sorry, I'm thinking this in my head. I'm not saying it out loud because I saw the Medusa watching us.
Yeah. But you all kind of look around, begin to make your way out. Anyone else before Indomitus does his thing?
I'll grab some mushroom.
All right.
Some big mushroom.
We going like the big mushroom or like a pretty decent mushroom?
Well, first I gotta. How common are these mushrooms? Are these like your standard mushrooms?
Yes and no. A lot of the fungus. There's other fungus down here that glows like this. Actually, I think this is going to be a spout lore check.
All right. I'm not good at that. 7. Not good at that.
Let me
Not
tell
terrible.
you something interesting. These mushrooms glow, but there seems to be more direction to their glow. Much like a spotlight in a normal theater is the best way I can.
Oh, neat. Cool.
That's interesting. It's on you to make it useful.
I'll grab them.
I'm gonna just need you to roll bend bars twice. Once to get a big ass mushroom out of here. Also, how you getting it down the tunnel, my friend?
Okay. Here we go. In all of my great Indomitus knowledge, when you plant a part of a fungus, it grows the same fungus. So I will just cut off as much of the fungus as I can.
Do you want to just take like a little one and see if that'll grow into the bigger one somewhere else? Or you still want to take as much of a big one as you can?
As much
big one
of
it
a
is.
big one.
Go ahead and roll your bend bars.
Another 7.
Choose 2.
We see the centaur attempting to do this.
No, you don't see him
fix
attempt
the
it.
thing again without a lot of effort, and nothing of value is damaged.
Okay, so it takes him some time. You watch as he's very carefully like carving away a bit with bits of his spear. Indomitus, you are very careful to determine, okay, this, like, if I do this, the entire thing falls, and that's a problem. But it's a plant. It'll grow back. You make sure of it. It does take you time. The Medusa does seem to be growing a little impatient. And there's a lot of... like when you're breaking, like, vegetables, there's a lot of that on a grand scale. Because, again, you're in a room designed to amplify acoustics. But you have a big-ass chunk of mushroom.
Adding it to my inventory.
Please
Big ass
do.
chunk of glowing mushroom.
Yes, we will say wait 1. We'll call it big-ass spotlight mushroom.
This will be useful.
Okay, so while we'll hear Indomitus like snapping a bundle of carrots in half across the amphitheater, I just want to go over and say to him, like, I suggest that we expedite our departure in the cave and not take anything else?
Well, this thing is very cool, and I think we should have it.
Living is very cool.
Don't worry, we will live. This you can trust me on. There is not much I know in this world, except it would be neat to have this spotlight shroom. And also, we will live. Aranwe, look at me. We will live.
If we keep your bargain, then yes, we'll live. So let's get to it.
At this point, Indomitus, you have managed to cut off a big chunk of the mushroom.
All right, let us go. Here you go, kid. Hold that.
Okay. This is fine.
Let's go. Actually, someone else should take the kid as I destroy this tunnel.
Steven,
Yeah.
remind me how long this group has been traveling together. Again?
Aranwe, how long has this group been traveling together?
Yeah.
400 years.
The same as
Actually-
every time.
It's honestly hard to say. Nobody counts days.
How many adventures have we been on?
Pudin, roll a d6. Roll a d10.
You keep asking the elf for time measurements.
Yeah.
I don't know.
6, not including this one. Of varying lengths.
So this is the 7th adventure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. While Indomitus is cutting up his mushroom and Aranwe is trying to coax him out of it, I want to go up and talk to Sai.
Okay.
I think I just waddle up and just tug on your pinky or something, whatever is the closest finger.
Yeah, Sai would be busy, sadly contemplating the splinters of her staff until she felt the tug. Then she'd look down.
Sai? I think it's time we had the talk.
Hello?
Now,
Here, now.
yes.
I glance over at Indomitus. How far along? Has he already taken the mushroom?
Nope.
Hiya! Ah! Mushroom!
All right. So I take Eloise a little bit away from the others. And just kind of looks down, mostly confused, but not actually saying anything. Is this about my blessing you?
Now, I have tried to be nice. I have tried to be thoughtful. But I think it is time you renounce your heathen of a god and accept the one true deity that truly exists in this world. God will save you, child. God will provide.
No. I'm glad we had this talk.
All you need to do is kneel before them and pray.
But if you are willing to speak with Rian, he is all ears, I'm sure.
I will
If he
teach you
has ears, I've
the
never asked.
ancient chant used. It's not really to summon them, but it's kind of to tell them that you're a bit of a priority with what you want to say. Come, my child.
I think I'm good.
Let us commune with God.
And Eloise is gonna start like
Just
moving
imagining
her
this
hands
2-foot
back and
Kendall.
forth as she shakes from side to side, and she's gonna go. Sai, you have to join me.
In the distance,
No,
you
I
just
don't
hear,
think I do.
Poodine, what
Featuring
are you doing
Medusa.
while all this is happening? Poodine, what
Who?
are you doing while all this is happening?
Pudine believes that the paladin is woefully misinformed about the world, so, like, seeing the ritual Pudine's just gonna kind of look the other way and stare at a wall, thinking about what she's gonna do when she gets back to town.
Fair enough.
Just watching this in front of her with Eloise and hearing Indomitus in the background, Sai is seriously going to rethink why she ever came here to join his party.
See, Indomitus understands. Join me, Sai.
The way you're holding your hands like that looked like feet.
Yep.
Now, wait a minute. Did Eloise, when she laid on hands on herself, did she fully recover, or is she still injured?
She's still hurt, but not very.
Yeah, Sai's gonna touch the emblem on her armor and cast Cure Light Wounds on Eloise.
Roll a d10. Roll to cast a spell. I think I was wrong earlier. There is a -1 because your connection to Rion is currently
Okay.
missing, but it's fine. We're not gonna ignore that. But you do have a -1 for now.
Okay. So that'd be +1 instead of 2. So that'd be 8.
8. Same deal. Minus another -1 ongoing until you can lose Cure Light Wounds as it's revoked, or you can draw more unwelcome attention to yourself or put yourself in a spot.
I feel like doing that might put everybody else in the spot too right this moment, so I'm just going to take 1 more.
Okay.
-1 ongoing. But, yeah, Eloise is getting some healing from Rian.
Roll 1d8 to heal Eloise.
That is an 8, my friend.
Eloise, you just get splashed in the face from the holy symbol on her armor. And you feel better.
Just kind of lean down a bit. You're welcome.
My child, today you have chosen violence.
At this point, Indomitus has finished cutting the mushroom. The group
But
has
by
gathered.
the will of my God, I shall not strike you down just yet.
You all gather. Indomitus, it is time.
All right, everyone stand behind me. Child, back away.
He is
Oh,
as far
wait,
back
is the
on
child
your
still
horse
on
hind
his
as
back?
he can.
Someone
I
take the
will-
child.
I would ask the child if he would like to come stand next to me.
This mushroom is heavy and I cannot get down.
Hand me the mushroom, child. Child. Leave the mushroom. You go.
Okay, but you handed it to me, so I don't know what you're doing. You
I
need
thought
to...
it would be fun for you.
It is, but I cannot. Okay. That thing is bigger than I am. Okay, I still cannot get down. He is a very large horse, and I am a very small cat.
Someone get this
I-
child
Oh,
off.
for Pete's
I
sake.
will help him down. I will help him down.
Thank you. Heads to the front of the group, which is as far from Indomitus as he can get. Indomitus, do the honors.
Break the wall.
Do it, bend
And
bars,
then
lift
finally,
gates.
is the last one. I will spear in the ceiling, bring down all the rocks.
Hell yeah.
All right, I got rid of my character sheet for some reason. Where'd it go?
Whoops.
There it is. It's back now. We're bringing it back.
Bring it back.
Bringing it back.
Take it back now, y'all.
Bend bars this time.
Bow. Choose two.
9. I sort of want to choose you can fix the thing again without a lot of effort, but I know I shouldn't. I will choose it doesn't take a very long time and nothing of value is damaged.
Okay.
It does make an inordinate amount of noise.
You are in a small tunnel causing a cave-in. Yeah, it takes a lot of noise.
So much noise.
However, you manage to angle it and yourself in a way that none of the rocks really hit you. A few do, but none enough to really hurt. You might just be a little bruised up in the morning. But, unlike the usual saying, rocks fall and not everybody dies. So that's good.
Woo!
And you are able to head back towards the town of Outris. And I think that is where we will end tonight's game, with our heroes heading back. But of course, not quite before. The camera pauses there, with the cave-in. Celeste's trying to take in whatever the fuck she's watching with this group. Huh. We see on the table, and a fair amount of notes. Not a ton, but it seems she's been keeping track of everything. Mainly just the 5 names for now. Pudding. Dr. Citizen scratched out a bunch of times. The Paladin. Aranway. Sai Calvin. Indomitus. She looks at those names once more. Gives Eloise's name one last attempt. It's not quite accurate, but it's close.
City Doc.
Yep.
Gives up and writes, ha la 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 la.
It's just Sit Doc Elmher, which was pretty close, all things considered.
See them.
See them. And that is where we end our game.
Yay!
Nobody died yet.
Yeah, there's a second game.
Yeah.
There's
What?
so many more games if I have my way.
And tell me this
Yeah,
is
I
a
didn't
game.
build this
Definitely not
character
a
to play a
one-shot.
second session. What?
No, you created her to play a third because you're missing the second.
I honestly forgot
Yeah.
about Celeste by the end. It was like the scientists at the end of Titanic, and you're like, oh right, you're here.
Oh yeah, you're there. Yeah,
The
she's
story
still
was for your benefit.
there. She's watching this.
Watching our whole story in the round Quelmore.
You will see these characters next session, James. You'll see how it works when it works. But first things first, hope somebody didn't just exit out of the Roll20, because this is important-ish.
What?
What is it?
No, we're all here.
So, go into your character sheets, friends.
Oh, I exited it.
We're going in. I'm in my character sheet.
So... there are end-of-session things that happen to give you more experience.
Oh, neat.
First question. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
It's round.
It's round. Did
You're
we
so
overcome a
magic.
notable monster or enemy?
Yeah.
Queller.
Yep, we just overcame all of
It's-
Quelmar.
It's prehistory. It's such low-hanging fruit. Everything's new.
But also the big stone monster.
Yeah. Did we loot a memorable treasure?
The mushroom?
Oh my god.
I wouldn't
I
even
don't
give us
think so.
that.
Look, that is Steven has given us infinite torches, okay?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Runway found a really cool rock in the cave.
I'm
You know
marking
how to
it
keep
off.
it active when it's away from itself.
It is valuable. You said we get to make it valuable, so I'm gonna do that.
I should have spotted lore to make sure that thing wasn't poisonous.
But are we marking experience for it?
I'm gonna say no.
Oh, sad.
So that's 2 XP from those. Look at your alignment. Did you fulfill your alignment?
Yes.
What's your alignment, Indomitus?
Good. Defend those weaker than you.
I don't know. You did fail to defend twice.
I failed to defend, but we got the kid, okay?
Okay, I'll allow it. I'll allow it this time.
My good specifically says endanger yourself to protect someone weaker than you. I think I endangered myself to protect that kid a lot.
Well, considering you ended up under the Argons, I'm gonna agree with you.
Is Medusa a magical mystery?
In what way? Sell your case.
Just the fact that they're creatures that can exist, and I don't know if Aranwe shared what he'd seen. But I feel
No, I
like
didn't
that.
get that far.
Oh shit. Then I probably wouldn't then.
Alright.
Who would even be the one person I'd share it with? Though, maybe next session or something.
Yeah.
I'd want your insight as a magic wielder.
Yeah, I'm gonna say especially with you trying very hard to get Indomitus to hurry the fuck up so you can leave. You didn't quite getting around to sharing what you saw.
Mm-hmm.
But on that note, Aranwe and Sai, have we completed our...
Yeah, I completed my alignment in neutral because I didn't do shit. My arrows were useless.
It specifically tells you what the alignment does.
Yeah. It says help an animal or spirit of the wild. Medusa, we kind of helped her, but she's a monster or kind of like a regular human race. So I would say
I'm gonna allow it because of the Rakshasa you saved.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yours is a little tricky. I'm going to allow it because he's been wandering a lot. He's been very
okay.
wild.
I'll take it while I can.
Listen, kids do kind of qualify as the wild. Let's be honest, real quick.
That means I can speak to them.
I
have
can't
wild
speak
empathy.
with children.
Sai.
So mine just says lawful, doesn't have anything attached to it, and I can't find anything.
Lawful is this,
in my
and
sheet.
this is endanger yourself following the precepts of your church or God. Do you think you did that?
That is a very good question. I wouldn't say I particularly endangered myself this time. I mean, I don't think I got hurt. Staff got destroyed. But
That endangered you a little bit, but not in the precepts of Rion.
I wouldn't think so. So I'd say no.
Alright. Finally, look at your bonds. Have any of them changed?
Hmm.
I don't think so. I think I'm a bit too early.
I don't think
Indomitus.
so either.
What you got, Sai?
So it was Indomitus is a good and faithful person. I trust them implicitly.
What is it now?
After the whole tunnel thing, Indomitus is still a good and faithful person. Don't trust them quite as much as I did before. Maybe there's a reason not to.
Good and faithful person, but there's reasons not to trust them. Yeah, that's a nice enough change. You can have an experience for that. Anyone else? Okay. Feel free to look at these throughout the week. If you find one that you think, hey, I actually think I did this, you can make your case at some point during the week. But otherwise, I hope everyone enjoyed the chaos that these lovely people bring, and that I try to inject by taking everything I know about Quelmar, throwing it out a window, setting it on fire, and starting over. Any plugs?
I'd like to plug my new organization I'm founding called the Pringle Shaped Quelmar Society. We advocate for a higher truth. Pringle shape accommodates for the horizon line, while it's also not falling off like you would on a sphere, you maniac.
Listen, all I'm saying is there's a reason that all of the land is congregated together.
Come join us for next stream on next Thursday. There are also other streams happening. Maybe Sunday.
Sunday, I believe we've got Strahd going again.
Tuesday.
Once Upon a Town.
Wednesday.
Is First Class going on Wednesday?
No,
Yeah.
we're skipping a lot. We don't.
So
The
nothing
next day I know
Wednesday.
that. Oh shit! The next time I know that we're actually going to go is September 21st, and hopefully sometime before then.
Hopefully. And then Rule Benders is off right now, yes?
Yes.
Possibly, maybe.
Alright, fair enough. So, Sunday, watch Strahd. Monday, I don't know if it's this week or... I think it's this coming week. James has his D&D 1 one-shot to playtest the new D&D rules. If you want to do that.
Actually, Steven, I think it's called 1D&D, not
Listen.
D&D 1.
They're both bad.
It doesn't
Fight
make
me.
sense.
Here we go.
There's 2 Ds. It's wrong from the very first word.
Exactly. Anyway, so get in on that or not. I don't know. I'm not your mother. Do what you want. Tuesday, watch Once Upon a Town. Wednesday, don't watch anything because there's nothing unless they decide to do something, in which case watch it.
I don't know. Stay tuned. Maybe there will be a gorgeous gamer, guys. No promises.
I am here for it if there is. And then come back next week and see what other long-standing Quelmar fact I can set on fire and decide was wrong.
Woohoo!
I will not be here next week, so I am begging chat to please halalalalalala for me in my stead.
I mean, pray to the cold gods of Twitch and see if they answer. One has answered,
Thank you.
but that's not next week. That's this week.
Should we make that a channel point reward? La 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 la.
You don't actually get anything from it. It just
No.
gets
You
a
make
la, la, la,
Citizen
la.
Doc.
It's just a way to waste Jeff's points.
Yeah, make it like 10 points. Just la, 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 la. We'll figure that out. But in the meantime, people who have done this before, who's not me, because I'm in charge, so I don't have to anymore. What do we say to close out stream, kids?
Say, keep rolling the dice.
dice.
Or
I'm rolling.
until you say, keep it rolling.
Or that.
Keep them rolling.
Keep them rolling. That's not it.
Keep them rolling like the spear of Quelmar.
Keep rolling.
All right. We are out, folks. We are done. Damn it! No!
Yeah.
Hey, Stream.
Before